Most people think making money with Apple stock is already a thing of the past, but I think the complete opposite. Most people don't understand what Apple is designing and developing for the future. So in this video, I want to bring you a little bit of financial statements from Apple, especially from the last quarter, reported for the end of 2023. And I would like to share some of the latest news about this company and how I am planning to make money with Apple stock even after went up thousands of percent for so many years in the past. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the information you will see in this video. Welcome new subscribers to my new channel. The purpose of this channel is to share everything I have been doing in the past 10 years that will help you reach financial independence. And what is financial independence? Is that your investments can produce enough income to pay for all your expenses without you having the need to work. But let's talk about Apple stock. Many of you have been listening to all the news talking about this new device called the Apple Vision Pro, and most people see just a device that you can play video games, watch a movie, or just enjoy virtual reality. But that is not what I see. What I see is that in the next few years, most likely a lot of the computers, laptops, tablets, and even cell phones are going to disappear. I graduated with a degree of business administration and management information systems. And all these things with the apps, artificial intelligence, robotics, and how computers can become more intelligent than humans is just a thing of the past. Before used to be a theory that this could happen. Now we know that this is happening right now. And I'm not sure if you know about Neuralink, one of the companies created by Elon Musk. This company is allowing a microchip implant in some people's brain. The first one was implanted at the beginning of 2024 and is allowing a person to run a computer mouse or a cell phone just by thinking with their own thoughts from their own brain. This is without the need of hands, but exactly with their eyes and their thoughts. This new product is called Telepathy.
This is Pager. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain about 6 weeks ago. If you look carefully, you can see that the fur on his head hasn't quite fully grown back yet. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. We can interact with the Neuralinks simply by pairing them to an iPhone, just as you might pair your phone to a Bluetooth speaker. The links record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Pager's motor cortex that coordinate hand and arm movements. Neurons in this region modulate their activity with intended hand movement. For example, some might become more active when he moves his hand up, and others when he moves it to the right. By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Pager's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets presented on the screen. As he's playing this game, we are wirelessly streaming, in real time, the firing rates from thousands of neurons to a computer. Using these data, we calibrate the decoder by mathematically modeling the relationship between patterns of neural activity and the different joystick movements they produce. After only a few minutes of calibration, we can use the output from the decoder to move the cursor instead of the joystick. Pager still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see, it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with decoded neural activity. Our goal is to enable a person with paralysis to use a computer or phone with their brain activity alone. Because they wouldn't be able to move a joystick, they would calibrate the decoder by imagining hand movements to targets. One of the things the Neuralinks allow Pager to do is to play his favorite video game, Pong. To control his paddle on the right side of the screen, Pager simply thinks about moving his hand up or down. We've removed the joystick altogether. Now that he's up to speed, let's increase the difficulty and see how well Pager can play with the Neuralink. As you can see, Pager is amazingly good at Mind Pong. He's focused, and he's playing entirely of his own volition. It's not magic. The reason Neuralink works is because it's recording and decoding electrical signals from the brain. Great game, Pager. And what better reward for a monkey than a banana?
So going back to Apple, think about these Vision Pro glasses, where your eyes become the mouse that you don't need to move anymore. And eventually, you will not even need to move your hands to click on an app. This is how powerful this is going to become. And eventually, you will not need your hands to move around or click around your cell phone or your computer. And this is what people don't understand, that you will not even need your hands to program a screen in your Tesla. You can actually drive your car with your Vision Pro Apple glasses. And this is just the beginning, because eventually you will not need those heavy $4,500 glasses. So I am planning to give you more information in future videos, so don't forget to subscribe. But before I end this video, let me show you some of the numbers that Apple has in their financials to end 2023. And let me show you what are some of the forecasts of their financials for the next 5 years. I hope you like all this information. So looking at Apple's latest financial report, it ended 2023 for the last 3 months, ending on December 30th, with over $119 billion compared to $117 billion in 2022. One of the things that I always look is their net income, ending with a net income of almost $34 billion of net income compared to $30 billion almost in 2022. This provides earnings per share positive of $2.19 compared to $1.89 in the year prior. Looking at the balance sheet, it ended with $40 billion in cash and cash equivalents. Apple stock has a market cap of over $2.8 trillion with a total revenue of over $380 billion, producing a net income of over $100 billion. Now, if you look at the past 5 years, we can see how the revenue continues to grow year after year, even though it had a drop of a little over 2% for 2023, but with their earnings per share continuing to increase year after year. Now, looking at the next 5 years, including 2024, you can see how their revenue continues to grow. Not a big growth, but growing from 5% to up to 12% in the next 5 years. The same thing with their earnings per share, showing a positive growth of around 10% year after year. So we can see how this company is projecting to continue to grow, even though they haven't had a great year in 2023. But now that the stock has taken a breather, now I have been trying to invest and continue to purchase more stock. One of my accounts has this growth so far with years of investing more and more in this company. Because in my opinion, I believe this company will be the next Coca-Cola or the next McDonald's, where their small dividend will continue to increase year after year, especially after the year 2030, for 20, 30, 50 years to come. Besides, the company has a great moat, is super strong, and most of us who have Apple products will continue to get and replace our Apple products when they become old or they don't work anymore. So what are your thoughts about Apple stock? What do you think about their financials and their growth in the future? Do you have Apple stock, or will you like to acquire more Apple stock? Leave me your comments below. I will be reading all your comments. Investing is not as difficult as everyone make it seems like. We can put our own money to work no matter whatever your income is currently. So I hope this information helped you make a great decision not only for this stock, but you can utilize a lot of this information to analyze future stocks or other stocks that you may like. Please share this video with someone who would like to become as successful as you will be.